I'm Brian Krawczyks.
I'm Sadie Krawczyks, and we have lived and worked in Monroe for 10 years, just over 10 years now.
And we have 4 kids, one that just graduated from Monroe area, and then one that's a sophomore there, and then a 7th grader at Carver, and a 4th grader at Harmony.
We deliberately and intentionally chose Monroe, knowing that we'd be a part of Walton County Schools, and I wanted to be engaged where we lived and worked. And I would say what makes Walton County Schools different is that they're not just the school that's in the city or in the town where you live. It feels very connected to the community. The school and the people of the school care about the community, and the community cares about the school. It's just more connected than I've seen in other towns and communities.
And they keep growing it. And that's one thing I was amazed by is it felt like every year more kids were involved. There was more energy and more creativity around ways to engage students and competitions and connections with other schools and other programs. And it just feels like there's a constant desire to grow, to give kids more opportunities, to continue to expand what we're doing in the schools. And not just at the high school level, which I would expect, but in middle school and elementary school, to just see that there's this continued creative growth from our teachers and our staff and the administration.
I would say that that's characteristic of all the schools that we've been involved in, is responsiveness to what parents and kids want. So we have teachers and administration who's really paying attention and thinking, gosh, that would be awesome. How do we do it? Like, how do we get there? And then I just feel like very creative in problem solving and figuring out ways to open up more opportunities.
There really is a very, this consistent focus on what is best for the kids. How do we come around the students and not engage in the craziness, but focus on what is best for our kids.
What our kids need. And even the school board. I mean, there's just a pursuit of excellence and leadership across the board. And I think that's what makes the difference. I feel like so many good things that we see happen rise and fall on leadership. And so I don't know that the kids would know that that's one of the factors, but as parents and as community leaders and volunteers, we know and we can feel it. We see that some people are working very, very hard and sacrificing a lot to make this the best it can be.
The willingness to work across from the school system to the county, to the city, to nonprofits and mentoring organizations and SSA and NG3 and Team Up. I mean, there's this commitment
so many partnerships.
Walton County about how do we invest in the next generation? And which is beautiful. And I really think we won't see the fruit of that for 10, 20 years, but it is setting up the future of this county because all of these different parts are working together for the good of the kids.
And thinking about what other parents need to know for considering Walton County schools or thinking about the future for their children, I think they need to realize how open the doors are and the administration is to actually answering questions and listening to you. And to me, that's so important because that's what you need throughout the progression of your kids in the schools and in education. So I would say go visit, call up the principals and say, hey, we'd like to learn more. So I would say go and see and go visit, ask questions, and raise your concerns because they'll have answers because they've already thought about it and they are trying to do the best they can to make these schools serve kids.
It's been really beautiful to watch that community engagement and parent engagement continue to grow. Even just this year, we went to bingo night at Carver, and the cafeteria was full of families that were just playing together. It was an amazing, fun, creative fundraiser. But just, I think for parents, the more that we can be connected, the more we can be involved, and realize that we're on the same side with the teachers and the staff. We're all on the same team.
We're the same community.
And
we're all neighbors.
For the kids.
Why Walton for us is that it's the best option for our children and developing them for their future.
It's so brilliant and life-giving to see this forward thinking towards the next generation and where our kids, setting them up for the best life in the future.